everybody. Welcome to the Words About Games podcast. It's me again. Yeah, that's right. You all love me and hate me all at the same time. I'm back in charge because the boys are in charge again. Once again, Amy is just like, hey, I've got something to do, like just making up bullshit as always. And well, because we all know it's Silk Song, people. We all know, but like I said, the boys are here in charge once again, and I'm joined by the fabulous, amazing lone wolf himself, Vitz Patel. How are you doing, sir?
What's good, everybody? How's my little soda pops out there? I've been listening to the land. Yes, the one and only Amy had decided, nope, you know what? Those songs need to be silked again. So, yeah, the boys are back in town, and we'll be all right, chat gang. We'll be okay. I hope you're doing all different kinds of well out there in listening land. Moody, my friend, how the hell are you?
I'm all right. I'm off this week. I've been off. I've just been chilling with the missus. Went out, had a really good meal in where we're living, which is really kind.
Yeah, don't dox yourself.
Yeah. All I'll say is I'm in Scotland. That's all. That's the only thing you're gonna fucking know about it, and that's it.
Try and triangulate that bitch.
Yeah, it's a big ass place. Could be anywhere, but no, it's been a really nice chill weekend. A week, should I say, not the weekend yet. We're not there yet. Well, actually, my first weekend, last weekend was pretty chill. I won't lie either. While the missus was still working, finishing off. But no, yeah, pretty chill. Nice. It's just nice to just chill, relax.
Like a bit of a wellness break. That's all it is.
Basically, yeah. Like my partner, she had holidays that she needed to use because her thing is, January to January, or January to December. So she has to use all the holidays and everything. Like I'm April, and everything. So she has to use them and everything. And I was just saying, don't let the bastards freaking try and get you out of not allowing you to use your holidays. You get them down because they're yours. Unless they say they can carry over, or they'll just pay you it,
that's a different ball of wax. I just booked a hotel for a weekend away, which I'm going on soon. So yeah, that's all exciting. So yeah, wellness breaks all around. So yeah, we're well up for those here on the Words Back Games podcast.
Unless she Amy who's lying and just so she can play Silk Song.
That's her wellness break.
That's her that doesn't sound like a break to me. I've heard the things online. People complaining that it's too hard. People complaining that it's too easy. The only thing I hear is that it looks amazing, and overall it's sounding really good, which is really good, and I'm happy for all those people and everything. But it sounds like you're a masochist if you play this fucking game. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, what's the one thing that we love to do with Amy is push her buttons, right? And
yes,
when we say that she's a contrarian, that triggers her like nobody's business. And maybe the super hard game that the world is having problems with, maybe that's just a contrarian thing that Amy needs to say, no, you know what, I'm gonna boss this. Absolutely, just smash through it. So that's what she's doing.
Well, she bossed Hollow Knight, I remember that. Like she absolutely I think this was I think before the podcast, before I joined the podcast, I think, and everything. But she's not here to correct me, so
yeah, it's been a hot minute since Hollow Knight came out.
It's been a hot minute, 7 years it was, wasn't it, or something like that? And it's like
it was,
everyone literally is old Rose from Titanic for this game and everything. But no,
lady did the VO.
Yeah, like we said
1984
last week, and I think the week before. I just hope everyone is enjoying the game and everything like that, and like how. You've got another one coming out in a week's time as well. You crazy bastards with Hades 2. But you've already you already had that in your system and everything because that was early access for a while, like a year and a half, I think it was. I think it came out last year, early access, if I remember rightly. But no, yeah, it's like it sounds like the indie devs are just like, AAA ain't doing it. We've been saying that for a long time.
Imagine if you delayed your game because you're like, you know what, Silk Song's coming out. I'm going to push it back a couple of weeks, and then Hades 2 comes out. You're supposed to release.
Yeah, and I've seen Discord just like people, like some developers are angry that they've shadow dropped it. I was thinking, this ain't 10 years ago or 15 years ago, people, or 20 years ago. There are too many games. We've been saying it for a while. There are too many great games. Let's just be frank. Most of them are fantastic games that I see awesome people having an amazing time with them and having great experiences and stories and everything for it. But there's too many. There's absolutely
it's embarrassment to riches for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, and it's just like that embarrassment of riches hurts the industry to me, in my opinion, of the part of like people will, if the game isn't a success or hits the mile they need to hit, the number they need to hit to be least successful, there's a chance like redundancies will happen, or even worse, the company closes and everything. And
this is it, right? The number of games is going up, but our wages sure don't. So
yeah, true,
we can't afford to buy everything, even in indie space.
Yeah, it's insane. But no, yeah, go out and support the games you wanted to support. That's all. I've seen like a lot of discourse and everything, and it's just like, just go out and support the games you want to support. Like, yo,
this is it.
You want to support the one I worked on not too long ago? Go out. You'll have a fun time. I guarantee you. I'm waiting for Amy to play the
fucker at the moment.
It was on sale when it released, so
now it's on sale again. Steam dropped me a little email, and you too can get updates like that if you wishlist games, which we're all about here on the Words About Games podcast. The other thing we're all about is talking about cool things we like this week. So, if you pardon my smooth segue pun, Moody, what's a cool thing that you got up to this week?
The cool thing I've got up to this week was I've been rewatching Demon Slayer with my partner, who watched an episode with me while I was watching it, and he was like, that looks cool, and everything like that. And I was just like,
interesting.
Come again? What did you just say?
Now, when you say cool, do you mean my kind of cool or like your kind of cool?
You and me are different when it comes to what we think are cool, mate. So it could go any way that way. There's not gonna lie. But no, yeah, but it's just I started rewatching it because I just saw the new film.
Yes,
Infinity Castle, which is absolutely breaking the internet and breaking America's box offices and everything. Like it's like the number one selling, number one grossing anime of all time. It smashed the record that was held since 1999 by the Pokemon movie. I was like, wait, no anime beat that? Not even Dragon Ball beat that? Are you fucking kidding me? And no, yeah, I was like, and damn. And the number wasn't that high. 30 million. I say that ain't high. But when it comes to box office and things and everything, that's very surprising. But no, yeah, it's absolutely a barnstorming of a film. If you are into Demon Slayer, like, this is a film you cannot go into not knowing the story or backstory. You can't. You can't. You are thrown right in. And you're just like, what is going on? Why is it so shiny? Who is this? Oh, never mind. You move around, and it's like, it's awesome. Like, if for a person like myself who loves Demon Slayer, who's absolutely a massive fan, I've got the four main characters somewhere up there in that box shelf part. Tanjiro, Nezuko, Inosuke, and Zenitsu, absolutely great characters. And yeah, the thing is, what Demon Slayer has been pulling out is like the animation has been absolutely god tier. Like, where people have like complained, like, say, the Western studios companies of just doing the same thing over and over again, which I do get. I do see where people come from and their opinions for that and everything. I'm not 100% sold on it personally, but when you see this and you just go, how? And it's the same as like Godzilla -1. This was a $20 million budget.
Yeah. And it's tiny when it comes to movies.
And it's made $500 million worldwide.
Already.
It made 250 in Japan alone. Like, they're crazy over there for this movie. This franchise and everything. It's insane. But yeah, it's absolutely, if you are in to the show, you will not be disappointed and everything like that. And I'll just say this. I have to throw this out. Stop complaining when IGN does a review, guys. Seriously. Who cares what their opinion is? Like, seriously, get over it. If you enjoy that franchise, you don't need anyone else's opinion to validate this movie for you. Or the show. 5%. Just go out and see it. I've read the review. I completely disagree with everything they've said, but I don't care. because they're wrong. But either way, but I don't care because like it's a show that I love. It's a film I'm absolutely in so much in love with, and I'm like, fuck yes, it was absolutely gorgeous. It's amazing. Like at the end of the Mugen Train film, you're crying for a character who's only in that arc. And it was like, oh my god. And at the end of that arc, you're like, I fucking hate that guy. And when that guy comes back around, we are killing that motherfucker.
No mercy, that's it.
At the end of this movie, you're crying about that guy. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why? This is not fair. I want to go out and say, yes, that guy deserved to die. No, I'm now emotional and I'm crying and it's just not right. And I guess that ultimately comes down to just how great the writing is when it comes to this type of movie where they can humanize a character who is not a human. And it's it's really amazing. It's so much fun. Like I say, if you like Demon Slayer, go and check it out. Funnily, I said it made me laugh anyway in the Discord when I was saying about this. I was rewatching it with my partner. I was like, excuse me. Best start small. Best not show you One Piece yet. That's like 1,000 episodes.
That's easy onboarding than One Piece.
Easy baby steps, because like the first season is its longest season. The first season, I think that's like 25 episodes, showing multiple arcs, and then they do after that. Then there's the Mugen Train arc, which is a film, but then they also did as an episodic things. Just I think just help them focus, do that, but also give more time to the entertainment arc, the district arc, and then they did that, and then they did the swordsmith one, and then the Hashira training arc, and then they're doing the final 2 arcs as films, as a trilogy of films. Nice. So, like, if I say someone, well, it was open ended, yes, because there's 2 other films coming, you muppets. Don't be an Amy. Do not be a fucking Amy, just like she was with the last Spider-Man animated
across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, because she said, I didn't know it's 2 parts. I fucking told you, and I know I told you that it's the first part of a 2-parter.
Chris Anker, I'm sure you're out there, you're listening, big fan of the podcast. I'm sure we love you and your work, and take all the time you need to make Beyond the Spider-Verse the movie that you deserve it to be. We can't wait for that one, and we hope you're doing well out there. When it comes to reviews, whether you're from IGN or anything, the only way a review has value to you, dear listener, is that if you know of the reviewer and you know their sensibilities, and you know if their sensibilities line up with your own, in terms of if you like the same the same games, the same movies, same anime, whatever happens to be, hearing somebody else's fresh take who you don't know of can be extremely jarring when it comes to their review, because chances are you're not going to agree with everything that they put down. And I know IGN has had a history of putting some random, let's say, review scores to properties which are generally critically liked and
too much water.
Now. Absolutely, too much water.
Person's never going to live that down. Whoever wrote that review.
It's the it's that thing where IGN are owned by Ziff Davis. Is this a clickbait exercise to try and just gain as much traffic as you want, because that's the only metric that kind of websites care about these days? Or is it that the reviewer has something to say because with their lived experience and what have you, kind of thing? So find their critics who align with your views, and then use that as a steer to where to spend your hard earned. But by all accounts, Demon Slayer is a banger all round, so go and check it out if that's your jam.
I'm all like the last review from IGN that I paid attention to, and it's because it's the review that completely lost me, and I was just like, nah, I can't take these guys seriously anymore. And I can't remember the lady's name who reviewed the film or anything like that, but I do remember the score they gave the film, and that was for Independence Day Resurgence, the sequel, which is one of the biggest trash fires in cinema history. It is garbage on top of garbage. And I believe the review they gave it was an 8 out of 10. And I'm like, so when you're saying we don't know if it's for algorithm's sake or if it's just clickbaitiness or anything like that. Like when you when people like how crazy the internet is and everything, you see reviews like that, and I get it. It's subjective. It is subjective. I get it. I really do. But I have to question the sanity of the person who reviewed that film and said it's an 8 out of 10. There's no doubt about it. You've got some crazy people out there who say it's a 10 out of 10 and everything like that, and that's fine. You're allowed to be fucking wrong. It's okay. But I have to question it. There's no doubt about it. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm out. The people who I liked had left. So I went to the kind of funny and everything like that because, well, I only liked, at the time, I only liked Greg and Colin. And then the whole Colin thing kicked off. And then I was like, well, okay. Now we're going in different directions there. But yeah.
That was the thing. For sure.
That was a thing. There was no doubt about it. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, if you can't find a reviewer, just go in and just go in open-minded. Just go in open-minded.
Yes,
and it's nothing wrong if you come out and say, well, that didn't work for me. Type of thing. It's you play a game that you've never heard of, and then you just go, "Oh my god, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread." That's amazing. That's what you want to have. That's the experience you should have. Like, yes, I've just been doing nothing but praise this film, but don't take what I say as gospel. Like, this is me, who is very influential and is a stooge for Demon Slayer. I'm a sponge for it. Like, I love it. I can see critiques to it and everything like that, but a lot of what the people who complain about Demon Slayer, I don't agree with, and everything. So, yeah, just don't go in and see this movie without seeing all other episodes in the other film. Just don't do that.
Yeah, that's the only requirement.
Yeah, there is homework for this movie, and I understand if you don't want to do the homework, but you're gonna go in and you're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, and to be fair, like, I haven't read this review from IGN, but like a fair way to critique this is coming at it from two different angles. One, if you're brand new and this is your first entry point into it, because I think it is it could be like a fair critique to say, okay, what is it like as a newcomer to the whole Demon Slayer franchise? And then the other one is coming in, knowing all the stuff, knowing all the references that they're going to drop at you, and kind of being a continuation of the anime and stuff like that. So there is merit there. I don't believe that's the case that's happened here, but yeah. So as we're saying, find the people who you align with, and you know what, if you enjoy it, don't let anybody take that from you, kind of thing. And like, don't, as Moody eloquently said at the top, don't seek validation in others. Just love the thing that you love, and it's not a requirement that everybody else needs to love it too, kind of thing. And you're bound to find like-minded individuals, even when you go to a screening, even if you don't know them. Absolutely. And it's one of these where obviously you've gone there and you've got a similar interest and all the rest of it, and just strike up a conversation afterwards. Now, yes, there is such a thing as stranger danger, but when you're going to see a Demon Slayer, I think you're going to be okay.
Yeah, I would say so for the most part, but I won't lie. Like seriously, if you go in to see this movie without knowing the backstory, you're basically running the risk. This is what's going to happen. You're basically taking the Monster energy drink, taking and injecting it straight into your veins pure without drinking, and you're just going to go on an adrenaline junkie sugar rush for 2.5 hours. And if you come out alive at that end, I respect you for that. But don't do what my friend did when it came to the Mass Effect trilogy, who's, for some weird reason, who knew there's a 1 and a 2, but started with 3. And I'm like, I have 1 and 2. I can't bore you with this, Nah, it's all right, mate. It's all right. And I'm just like,
hey, some people want to be part of the zeitgeist right now. They don't want to put the commitment in for the 60 hours it would take to do 1 and 2.
No, the thing is about it, after he finished 3, he borrowed the games from me. And I'm like,
you have to check.
What's going on here? You weird.
You know what? They are prequels to his experience.
Yes, they are. He wanted to have the prequel experience. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, that's me ranting there, Vitz. What is your cool thing you want to shout out this week?
Absolutely. So here on the Words About Games podcast, on the bits we consider cool this week, your boys actually played a video game for once.
Holy
shit. It's a very powerful video game. I know. Hopefully we'll give our dear listeners a chance to pick themselves off the floor, because I'm sure they've fallen over in shock. This is one of the most special games I've ever played, and it's a contender for my favorite game of the year so far. This is by Tirihan Studio. and publisher by Nasha. And this is called And Roger. This is a narrative adventure game in the same style as Florence, if you've seen that. And yeah, I'm going to read you an excerpt from the Steam description, and then we'll have a little bit of a giving of flowers to this game because it is such a special experience. It was a morning like all others until she realized that Dad wasn't home. In his place, a stranger who speaks nonsense and insists that, quote, takes her medicine, end quote. Who is he and where is Dad? So this game has some very powerful narrative mechanics, and the content warning is that it covers areas such as dementia and Alzheimer's. And I didn't know that going in, but I think it's a fair thing to warn people about because I appreciate this can be extremely triggering for some people.
Is there a disclaimer on it? In the game?
There is a disclaimer, but not necessarily to the conditions that they go into. I think the disclaimer, and this is from memory, is to say that the content can be deeply upsetting and so on and so forth.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. They technically game sorry for in there. Don't have to do it or anything like that. It's just recommended these days. So
no, absolutely. It's like one of the big critiques I have about Persona 5, one of my favorite games of all time, is that it does zero content warning in terms of some of the themes and stuff which are going to be covered. And it's really like the early game stuff as well when we're talking about what happens to Arn and yeah, with the whole
that's just Japan in general. Like that's anime. That's anime to them. They just like, oh, you going in there? Oh my god, what the hell is happening in the first episode?
Why is there a penis in a chariot? Oh well, yes, that's Persona for you. But yeah, this game has you playing as a girl called Sophia, or Sophia even, and yeah, you go through kind of not so much a day in her life, but you go through her lived-in experience, and all the controls are done with your mouse. I played on Steam. I believe it's available on Switch as well. Yeah, you're out there and you're clicking on buttons and you're going through the experience that way. And one of the things it tries to portray across, and to someone who, thankfully doesn't have these conditions, it gave me like I felt the power and the representation of what they were trying to put across in terms of the challenges and the frustration that one might have when they have, whether it be Alzheimer's or dementia, in terms of someone's having a conversation with you and, 2/3 of the words don't make sense and you're not feeling listened to, and you're trying to do a simple task like make your favorite meal, and it's a recipe you've done 1,000 times before, but for some reason your brain just can't put the words together. And the way it comes across the game mechanics in this game, it has you clicking these white balls, these white dots across the screen kind of thing. But when you click them, they don't do anything. Or like 30 will appear all at once. And I think that what it's trying to evoke is that it gets so overwhelming, and no matter how much you click, it's just not clicking into place kind of thing. And it will go through things like washing your hands, and you've got to do the routine of figuring out, okay, which dot is going to make me rinse my hands, which dot is going to make me soap the hands or dry them on a towel kind of thing. And you got to get in the right order, otherwise you won't be able to progress. But the story that you're taken on with Sophia and the titular Roger is so powerful. And yeah, this game made me cry like a baby at the end of it, and it's been a while since that happened. Now, is that because I haven't played too many games this year? Potentially. And the last game that happened to was Expedition 33, which I also cried at. But yes, this is such a powerful experience, and I put it up there with the likes of Vember, and my learning colleague here, Moody, will wax on for days about how amazing Vember is. And,
wax on and wax off for that one. I don't know how
See,
wrong that was there, but either way, Vember's awesome. Go check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, highly recommend you check this game out on Steam. I believe it's up there for £4.29 here in these United Kingdoms, and whatever that shakes out to be in your part of the world. I'm not sure how much is on Switch, but I don't reckon it's going to be that much. The art style is absolutely beautiful. And yes, I highly, highly recommend checking this out. And once again, that's And Roger. So AND space and then the word Roger, ROGER.
Very nice. Go check that out, everybody. It's been a fun time. Demon Slayer and Roger, it's all good. Go and check it out. Support them the best way you want to, if you want to support them and everything like that. But go and check it out. If you do enjoy, if you watch or play one of those games or watch Demon Slayer, let us know also in the comments down below. I'm sure Amy will tell us that someone talked about it. Or she'll think it's someone being bad and she's like, block. Sorry if that happens to you. It's not our fault. We have no control on that. But either way, no. I'm not going to go straight to the next topic first, because I want to actually shout out one thing, which is surprisingly something of what I did over the weekend. So the weekend, I had a really chill weekend and everything. But I don't know why I did this, but I just randomly turned my TV off. I wasn't really doing anything. I felt like a bit restless and everything.
Were you listening to Kendrick at the same time?
No,
because he has a song about turning TVs off.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't listen to that their music. So anyway, but I was because of my ADHD. Sometimes I can feel very fidgety. I'm very indecisive in everything. It's a weird, terrible sensation I get sometimes, and I hate it. But randomly, I just thought, I'll turn the TV off. I just went boom, and I just sat in my room with my dog next to me. She cuddled right into me. It was adorable. I loved it. I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. When she does that, but and I just sat in absolute silence for about an hour. I'm amazed my partner didn't text me to say what the hell's going on, why is there no sound, because we have a camera in our living room so we can keep an eye on the dog when we're out. I know she looks when I'm there and everything, but and I just like, it was like a pure clarity for like an hour for myself, where my brain just kind of reset, chilled, calmed down a little bit. My brain went less fidgety, and I was just like randomly just chilling. I think the breathing exercises I use sometimes really help that as well. But I did that, and by the end of it, I was like, I kind of landed in the middle of like just getting rid of all the cobwebs and all the wires and everything in my brain, and landed on something. And I was saying, I'm going to do this. After an hour, it took about an hour, but it was kind of just refreshing just to do that. It was weird. It was weird, but I really, really liked it, and I started playing Dragon Age 12, I think it is. The Dragon Quest game. Yes. I think it's 12, one of the two. Dragon Quest games that I bought a while back, but I hadn't got around to playing and everything. And I'm not here to see if I'm enjoying it or anything like that. I started playing it. I'm not even like 2 hours into it.
That was the mood you landed on, right? Would you say it was a meditative experience, as in it was akin to meditation?
Yeah. Like I didn't have my eyes shut, but I was just sat there twiddling my thumbs and just like, I could feel my brain just get emptying in a good way, or like realigning and just getting rid of
recycle bin, that kind of thing.
Basically, I'm just clicking, I don't need that, type of thing. And it was just like, and by the end of it, I was just like, yo, I want to play something, and I got up and played. And it was just an interesting experience. It was weird. So anyone who has ADHD or suffers from anxiety or panic attacks and everything, or is autistic and everything, even though mine's undiagnosed yet, but I was pretty much told I am. From when I was getting the ADHD diagnosis, but they couldn't. That's another payment to find that out. Type of thing.
It's in this envelope, but we can't open it for you.
But it's just like, yo, just switch everything off and just hear the kind of quote unquote the world, because it was really quiet around my area, which was I think really helped even more. And it was just switch off, just take your deep breaths and just try and just chill and relax. Let your brain unravel itself. I think if you try and force it, you're going to get even more agitated, and the webs are just going to get even more convoluted and everything for it. So I think just a little insight and everything like that. And one last more thing, because I know you saw I put this in saying, I think I put it into Discord, the gift from The Office. But I
Yes.
didn't allude to what that was about because it wasn't about the thing that you put in or anything like that. But
Yeah,
congratulations to Tim Gaze and his partner for that. I saw Demon Slayer in the cinema. Great experience. But I found out there's another film coming to the cinema that I have to fucking see. My life will be complete after seeing this movie in the cinema. Like, if I walk out and
Wow.
got hit by a bus afterward, I'll die happy. Trust me on that. Because I saw the first one in the cinema and I absolutely loved it. But I'm finally seeing the 1986 best movie of the year, best movie, number one movie, the day of my birth, Aliens in the cinema.
Yes.
And I'm like, fuck yes. And this ain't all Aliens. This is the director's cut. The journey we were meant to get when it released, but Fox had to step in and say, it's too long. Everything like that. Shut up. It's not. It's perfection and everything. And yes, I'm going to go in it. I'm seeing it. And I'm like, God.
Game over, man.
Yes.
Game over.
Game over, man. It will be game over for me. I'll be like, I'm done. I'll die happily in that cinema after that movie. I'll be okay. I'll be like, well, he went out smiling. We can't ask for much more than that, can you? But
There
no,
you go,
yeah,
in this crazy ass world, if you can go out with a smile on your face.
definitely. But no, yeah, I am so. When I was just randomly going through the app on Cineworld, and I was just like, huh? And I just zoomed in right to my face. No fucking way! and I text my partner, and he's just replied, "Book them!" And I was like, "Fuck yes, get it done!" And it was just like, it was amazing. I can't wait to see it. I see it soon in the next, I think it's the end of the month, and I can't wait.
Hopefully, all the episodes of Alien Earth would have aired by then. And
last one's next week.
Oh wow! Okay,
Yeah,
it's going to be the time is going to be right then. Yeah.
Yeah. So go and check it out. I'm going to check that out. And if you're there, where I live, and you're going to see it, and you want to chat, let me know. Because
if you triangulate to Moody position,
yeah,
don't put that in the comments. Keep that to yourself. Okay.
If you're near me in Scotland, hit me up. I will gush all over this movie.
To go back to your middle point, let's say about clearing your mind and having a gentle reset. If you're looking for some tools, the one and only Ashley Birch, famed voice actor, on their channel, I'm thankful you're here. They put up a short about how to reset and how to kind of find your place again.
Things I used.
Yeah. Yes. There's kind of, a multi-step process and they walk you through it. And I know a lot of people are in, heightened senses of anxiety and all the other bits that we, often face on a regular day-to-day basis in this crazy ass world. And these things may help you to kind of find your center and just find your grounding and give you the tools to kind of reset, to focus on what you need right now, as opposed to anything else. And the way that we thrive is that we have to survive first. And so do whatever steps you need to look after yourself, dear friends.
I don't know what they're actually called. I can't remember. But it's like so it's 5 steps, isn't it? If I remember right, it's like
yes.
5 things I see, 4 things I smell. I think it's like that type of thing. And
it's using your 5 senses.
Yeah,
so it's 5 things that you can see, kind of 4 things that you can hear, like 3 things you can smell or taste or whatever it is, and then you start running those down in your mind. And it could be that you have to just look around your room kind of thing, and you can say, okay, I can see my monitor, I can see my camera, I can see Moody here. And just by focusing on that and kind of unblocking everything else which is going on, which is let's be honest, noise, you might be able to find your center and help you move on. So I hope that's beneficial for you. And check out all of Ashley Birch's stuff that she's doing on YouTube. They are fantastic human. And
taking too long to get the second episode. I know the reason why she put out a
Yes.
thing and everything, but I'm just like, you're taking too long. Come on.
It's a money. That's what she means.
Capitalism, baby. Even a great Ashley Birch has to fall to capitalism and everything. But no, yeah, she's absolutely amazing. Go check it out. Support her and everything. Now it's time to get on to the main stories, and that's 2 stories that both me and Vitz have brought to you today. And I'm starting off, lucky suckers. The next Yakuza game has apparently leaked. But is it actually the next Yakuza game? Because apparently, from the leaker, the next Yakuza game is a Yakuza game that we already know about, and that is Yakuza Kami 3, which is the third, is Yakuza 3, and it is the remake to Yakuza 3, should I say, and it was briefly visible on the Listings official series website, as well as the results on Google. Assuming the claims are accurate, the list has since been removed, and its brief appearance comes a week ahead of the planned live stream event from RGG Studios. Is expected to reveal, obviously, their next Like a Dragon game, which is sounding like it's going to be Yakuza my words, Yakuza the Remake 3, definitely like that.
Yeah, what it sounds like for this one is that for those of you familiar with web design and how websites work, is that someone clearly created these pages within the CMS, the content management system, and then forgot to hit like either to put it on draft page, and they just set this to publish. So it published, and then obviously Google did its thing and crawled the website for all this SEO goodness, and that's how it turned up in the listings there. And then I'm sure as soon as they saw that, then they unlisted the page, and then all that was taken down. And obviously it's a bit of a shame, because I imagine this is going to be something that was announced at TGS in a couple of weeks' time.
Next week.
And next week even, yeah. So but you know what? This studio is wild, and Moody and I were talking just before we started recording, and it was kind of, yeah, the number of games this studio releases, and all the projects they currently have in the air, and all the ones that we know about, even though we don't know about yet, to say like the next actual Like a Dragon game and stuff like that. It's impressive. So yeah, I hope the person who had this little snafu isn't feeling too bad about themselves, and the world will move on. And as soon as TGS is done, hopefully it'll just be air through the engine, and yeah, everyone will just be happy that a game which apparently needs a lot of work when it comes to remaking anyway, because I'm not sure the original is that well regarded in the whole pantheon of Yakuza games anyway. Yeah, I'm very excited for you.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, no doubt about it. It's like they've been slowly like remaking the first ones overall. Like I said, they remaked Yakuza 0, and obviously that just got re-released into an even more remastered version for Switch 2 and everything, with dubbed story, dubbed voice acting, should I say, on there now for it. I'm guessing that's going to that'll eventually come to the PS5 and the cancer itself, Xbox Series consoles and everything. Yes, there's no doubt about when it comes to that, we'll see that. But yeah, they've been slowly getting up there. They got obviously what the remastered 1 and the remastered 2. So obviously 3 was always going to come out eventually. They was going to do a remake for this one. I guess it's just ultimately the question comes down to is how far do they go when it comes to the remakes? Because I'm pretty sure like 4, 5, and 6 are kind of already, like, I think they came out I don't know if it was PS3 or PS4. If it's PS3, they're going to get remastered because they're the only ones that it's the only thing it's on, apart from probably Steam and everything. But if they came out like the PS4 era and everything, they probably ain't going to do that again, because like the graphics levels hasn't really changed that much between the PS4 and the PS5 and everything.
Doesn't stop Sony first party though.
No, RGG Studios, and that's Sony first party. So thankfully, RGG ain't not a first party studio and everything. But no, yeah, there's no doubt about it. For it, I'm curious to see if we see anything about their new project they've got obviously coming, which is what was called Project Century, which they have now got a name for, which I think is Heavenly something. I cannot remember and everything like that, which is a shame on me, because I do have it down on my Fantasy
It's
Critic,
okay.
which I'm clearly not going to get any points for because
It ain't coming
it's
out
not
this year,
coming
my
out
guy.
this year. Yeah, no doubt about it. It was the swing of the thing. Yeah, I got that one for like £1, but then when I put in for something higher that I really want, bastards nicked those games. So I saw one of them that came out, which we'll talk about later. That got a score of 91 on OpenCritic. That could have turned it all around. I could have been chasing back after Amy. No, that's not happening. Everything. But anyway, I digress. I'll rant about that later. But no, yeah. So I think we'll see more about that and everything. I'm hoping that we hear something about Judgment. Judgment,
Yes.
I absolutely adore, especially Lost Judgment. It was one of my favorite games. It's like I've told the story many times. Like I saw it through first Amy streaming it, and I was just completely locked in through her playing through it and everything, and just how incredible the characters were in that game. And that was the sequel. And then I eventually went to play the first game, and I was just like, I'm locked in. This is great. These are amazing characters. Let's get to let's get the Lost Judgment and finally play that one fully, because I only played about half of it when I put it in my top 10 of that year and everything like that, because I knew
Now,
it was
do
a
I
top
have
10
this
games.
wrong? Was that the game which originally could be played with the PSI, the little camera that came with your PlayStation?
I cannot answer that. I don't
Okay.
know. I can't answer that for you, mate. Apologies. But no, yeah, I would love to hear something about Judgment and everything for like a sequel or anything.
Hey, as far as we know, Sega, they released their TGS plans a couple of weeks ago, and they have a lot of spaces on their little infographic that they showed. So there's room for a ton of stuff on there, kind of thing. And like most of the expected kind of annual releases are there in terms of their soccer out offerings and Football Manager and what have you, kind of thing. But there's a lot of spaces for more than just Sonic games. So yeah, I'm sure the Yakuza and the larger RGG universe will be represented in fine form, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see something a little Crazy Taxi in there as well. And we're still waiting on Sega's Super game to come out. So
yeah,
yeah,
that'll be
we'll see what that
interesting.
is.
That'll be the day. There's no doubt about that. But no, yeah, like RGG has it, or like I'm on their website and everything. They have like Judgment prominent, so that to me at least tells me that they still hold this in high regards. With me and Amy have reported on it before and everything that there was issues with. I don't know if it was like the agency who was the voice, who was the agency of the main actor, who's the
representation kind of thing,
facial and everything, and the voice of him on the subbed version of the game and everything. So I'm pretty sure it was something like that. I mean, we haven't heard anything about that for a while, like a good few years now. So like I think me and Amy have kind of said like it kind of makes us think that they've probably quietly got this finished, and the hope that and they've probably done whatever they needed to do to get it. To get him be able to come back if they want to do him come back. Please make a third one. Or heck, better. You've only got 2 amazing protagonists from Like a Dragon and Yakuza. Bring
them in.
Bring Judgment in. 3-player game. Oh my god, I'll be all in for that. Or just bring him into the next one just to tell us he's coming back, type of thing. Just let's just see him. Let's just see him, and just that'll tell us that he's coming back. There's another thing for him to bloody try and solve and everything. Another mystery that he has to solve and everything. Yeah. Stop. Go away, cookies.
Yeah. Who needs Benoit Blanc when you've got Judgment?
Fuck yes, do. But I don't see Benoit Blanc doing all this kung fu shit and everything like that. Like, yeah.
We get another one of Brian Johnson's movies coming out to December this year, so we'll see.
Well, he looks like he's gone crazy. Like Taki, that's his name, I think is yeah, absolutely one of the best characters out there. Yeah, Yagami, love him.
Yeah.
I want more. I need more kung fu lawyerness in my life and everything. But when it comes to like the next Like a Dragon and everything, I think they're just like it's gonna be like F1. The majority of people really enjoyed Infinite Wealth. Like I think it was my game of the year last year. Last year when it came out. I didn't play many games last year and everything like that.
Like
but
February last year when it came out, I believe.
Yeah, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Like both me and Amy loved it. Still waiting for you to catch up. They aren't that long, Vitz. Only 90 hours each, maybe.
Yeah, this isn't it. I played through 2 chapters of Like a Dragon.
Yeah, you need to start again, man. You can't just miss those 2 chapters. You need to start again now. Just get going and everything. But no, yeah. So like, along with the new, obviously Project Century, I just can't remember its name, Heavenly something, game coming as well. Like, these guys are just pumping out game after game after game after game and everything, and like they just quietly going out or go along with their business, and they're just like, yo, we're gonna keep pumping out games. 9 times out of 10, everyone's just gonna say an 8 out of 10. We're fucking okay with that. And I'm like,
Stranger Than Heaven is the line you were looking for.
Thank you very much. I knew it had heaven in there. Stranger Than Heaven, yeah, an absolute. That I'm very intrigued to see what that game's going to look like. I think we'll see more about that next week, which will be good. I'd be interested if we're going to get 2 games from them next year, from like big games. Obviously, the next Yakuza, which I think will come out early next year, Yakuza Kiwami 3, and then what was the name again?
Stranger Than Heaven.
Stranger Than Heaven, yeah. I don't know why I want to start with Heavenly, but anyway, Stranger Than Heaven. I think that'll be their fall game to me for next year and everything. Just get the Yakuza game out before GTA, and then get the other one after GTA. It's perfect. It's a perfect combination.
Okay, can I throw one thing out there?
You can throw anything you want, sir.
So, when it comes to Sega, who are publishing these games,
yes.
Do you think, say, if Persona 6 lands next year, even if it's in Japan only, does that affect when when Stranger Than Heaven or whatnot comes out?
Probably not, because if it just comes out in Japan first, then I would say no.
And if it's international release, so say they did that for Persona 5, right? In terms of there was a Japanese release first, and then I think on Valentine's Day, I want to say it came over here in the quote unquote West.
Which game again did you say?
So Persona 5, that's what happened.
Persona 5,
yeah. But say this time round, Persona 5 is international hit, everybody loves it. So they say, you know what, Persona 6. 1, the feature color is going to be green, take it to the bank, and then we're going to have a worldwide simultaneous release this time. What happens with so you're Mr. Sega. Every time you walk through the door, it goes Sega, and now you've got the list in front of you. We've got all these titles that we're going to publish this year. What happens to your beloved Yakuza?
Or either way, both games are going to be both will sell incredibly well in Japan, and they'll probably be okay there. Just alone for that alone, and everything else outside of Japan international audience is just gravy, I would say. There's no doubt what you're asking. That I don't know which is a bigger franchise. Like, there's no doubt about it when it comes to like the critic review and the prestigiousness of like 4 and 5 for Persona were absolutely killers, like with some amazingly high ratings. And Yakuza games are, like I said, they're happy to just be like, we're an 8 out of 10 pretty much all the time, and we're okay with that. But then you get some of these special ones, the first, like the quote unquote first like Dragon with Ichiban, and then you got Infinite Wealth last year, which was like 9 to 10 out of 10 for a lot of people and everything. It's but like those games were out international or worldwide all at the same time compared to Persona 4 and 5. So there's definitely...
We do have a Persona remake coming next year with Persona 4. I want to say Review is the name of it, the subtitle.
3 was just remade last year, wasn't it? Or was that this year?
Rewind, I think that was.
And that came out international. So I'm surmising 6 is going to be worldwide.
Yeah, I would say that's the case too.
Yeah. Ultimately, it comes down to is... does it come out next year? The answer's going to be, I think, next week.
Yeah,
we don't hear anything about a Persona 6 next week. It's not coming out next year.
Yeah, if they just talk about Persona 4, then I fully agree with you. We're not seeing Persona 6 until at least 2027, I want to say, and it'll probably be like March sometime, if not after then. So
the only other place that could be. But I think it'll be. I guess also, the shit awards. Because Like a Dragon, I'm pretty sure it was shown either at one of his showcases
It was,
when it was first revealed. So clearly the Japan studios are a fan of him. But I think it's just more because he can break out into the wider audience for everybody, for them. Because obviously Japan is very Japan in a lot of ways.
Japan is Japan.
Japan is Japan.
Write that one on your bingo cards, everyone. Japan is Japan.
So, but this is the thing about they're so unabashedly, their games are so unapologetically Japanese of like how you play it, how you do the things in the in the game and everything. It's so very much Japanese, and obviously the audience is there for it. Oh, you've really got me to. I don't think Persona 6 is coming next year. If we don't see it by the end of the year, it's not coming next year. I'll be very surprised. If it does.
That's not a game you shadow drop. This is a game that it's going to have a huge tail running into it.
To answer your question properly, I think you still release both of them. I just don't think you release them next to each other. That's all. Just give them a wide berth, like. And
I mean, clearly they serve different audiences, right? I don't think a Persona fan is absolutely one-to-one with a Yakuza fan and stuff like that. So, so would Kiwami 3 that wouldn't, the remakes, they haven't gone to turn-based, right? They're still the kind of brawler action RPG, aren't they?
Well, I believe so. But like I said off camera, I believe Yakuza 3 has like. People, I think, love the story and everything like that for it, but had problems with the combat. So, like, this is the one that needs work. So, if they are, like, remaking the combat, or at least switching it back to, like, Yakuza 0 or Yakuza 1, where people have mostly enjoyed it, then that game could obviously become even more better for them and everything. So, it's definitely going to be an interesting one, no doubt about it. But, we got games coming. I'm looking forward to it. RGG has become one of my favorite studios. Like
absolutely,
I love everything. Like look at Yagami, he's looking at me right now, and I'm just like, God damn it, you're a gorgeous man. Let's go kung fu lawyer somebody and whatnot. But yes, let us know what you think, everybody. Are we getting a Kiwami 3 next week? Yakuza Kiwami 3 revealed next week. I'll say one thing: the leaks. For like sites dropping and then suddenly disappearing really fast. That happens more than we are fucking realizing.
Oh yes, this just got picked up by news outlets.
It's like, oh, I'm going to release this. Oh no!
Exactly.
Like you knew what you were doing. I don't know why, but either way, you knew what you were doing. But yeah,
this is it. Like you say. TGS, obviously, the eyes of most of the world is on TGS, and you're competing for kind of mind share along with all the other games which are being announced or revealed there and what have you. So why not just have your own little news cycle and leak it quote unquote like a week early? Just get that news cycle there. Any other games being talked about of this kind of magnitude and whatnot. So it's strategy, I'm saying.
Well, their live stream is technically before Tokyo Game Show, so it's like I think it's like the day before or something. So like they wouldn't be. So they were already going to have the conversation anyway. So it's going to be an interesting one, no doubt about it. But yeah, let us know, everybody. Are you excited? What do you want from the next Like a Dragon? Do you want Yagami to join Ichiban and Kiryu? Brain. Fuck yes, Kiryu. In and make it a triple tag team effect. Fighting other Yakuza demons or whatever in there and everything, and just bring it all in, and then to get us ready for Lost Judgment 3 or whatever they call it.
Beating them up with whatever comes to hand, their fist, their bat, a bicycle, it
their
doesn't
legs,
matter. Whatever comes to hand.
We could have a Kiryu and Yagami fight. Oh my god, give me that! And Ichiban's just there with popcorn.
Exactly.
A 60-year-old man who's just probably survived cancer is fighting a very young lawyer guy who somehow is really good at kung fu. Yay!
It happens.
It happens. Oh, this is what anime brings you, people. This is what it do. They're crazy over there, man. They're crazy. But yes, let us know what your thoughts are. And you're also looking forward to Stranger Heaven. I am. I think that's going to be. That's going to be a massive. I think it's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. Shall we take a cheeky little halftime break, my friend?
Well, I was going to, so I don't know about you. If you want to, you don't.
You got great minds.
That's all right. So, yeah, why not? Let's go and have a halftime break, and we'll be back. Where Vitz will talk about what he wants to talk about.
See you in a bit.
Peace.
What's good, everyone? I'm Vitz Patel. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, let's go.
It's time for Pixel Pop Star, the video game and pop culture game show. Nothing is mindfulness beyond. Enter your state of flow.
Catch Season 2 of Pixel Pop Stars on Twitch and YouTube at Vitz Patel.
Yeah, we've unpaused. I'm sure Amy can sort it when she looks at it. And we're back, everybody. Vitz,
What's good?
what is your story, sir?
Yes. So this week here on the Words About Games podcast, the co-hosts that you're regularly accustomed to, we like a physical release of things. We are aware that owning a physical copy is only having a license to play the thing. There's no such thing as owning a game these days, but you know what? We like the physical aspects for very different reasons. Amy likes adding to her ever-growing collection
Of terrible games that she just finds and feels like to torture herself.
endless copies of Resident Evil.
Yeah,
Endless copies.
yeah, no doubt. Like, let's just be frank. Amy is the true masochist out of all three of us. There's like she just likes the abuse on herself that she puts on herself. She likes it, and it's weird.
Hey, I've
It's her
kicked the habit
kink.
Gran Turismo.
I'm not going
Amy
to
hasn't
kink
kicked the
shame
habit
her.
already.
I'm not going to kink shame her, but I have to question her morals sometimes. Or sanity. I don't know why I said morals. Sanity. I have to question that.
It's a fraudulent slip right there, my guy.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate a physical release because that allows me to play games for much less than the market going value of £70 here in these United Kingdoms. Because it allows me to buy games new and then trade them in at various smelly shops up and down the country, and that allows me to get to play these games for anywhere from £20 to £25 on a good game kind of thing. So so we are very much of the ilk of physical media is good, and it's always going to be available for you, and all we're seeing these days are games being delisted from digital storefronts due to licensing and otherwise. So whether it be like a licensed soundtrack, or when it comes to a racing game, it'll be a developer only acquires a license for the likeness of certain people or certain cars for a certain number of years. And then once that ends, they're not allowed to sell any more copies of them, so they get delisted. And unless you own the game already, then you're shit out of luck. But yeah, so we always keep I always keep an eye on kind of the ratio of digital to physical sales on a ongoing basis. And this week, the folks at Sony, who are the proprietors of the little thing we call PlayStation around here, they released a corporate report to say that, and I'm pulling this from a article over by Ed Nightingale over at Eurogamer, that physical game sales have dropped and now only represent 3% of gaming revenue. So, quote, considering the company's total gaming division sales in 2024 were 4,670 billion yen, Sony still made around about 950 million in physical software sales as a rough estimate. However, that number has dropped from 6% of sales back in 2020. So, as I alluded to, it's now 3%. So, in 5 years, it has halved. Quote, it's no wonder Sony's PS5 consoles are primarily digital, when only fewer consumers are buying physical games, even with the option of a digital disc drive. So, for those of you who are unaware, the systems like the PS5 Pro, they ship without a disc drive, and the PS5 Slim, which is available, doesn't ship with a disc drive as standard. You can buy an optical drive as a accessory, which you can then attach to your console of choice, and then are able to play physical games that way. And going forwards, it is highly likely that the PS6 will launch in a similar fashion. There will be a SKU where the console will come with that disk drive, and then as an afterthought, as an accessory, you'll be able to use a optical drive in order for you to play your legacy games and buy physical games. And yeah, I just thought it was interesting that it's only 3% of their revenue. Hardware, as it turns out, is 24% of their sales. But yeah, and we've got to put that with a caveat of it's 24% of their sales when it comes to revenue, but then the revenue is being driven up because these consoles are only getting more and more expensive. It's something we've alluded to on this very podcast a number of times, is that this is the first generation of consoles where the price hasn't come down the older the system's got. It's only ever increased. And we spoke about this with Nintendo, of how many of us are feeling we're being priced out of this generation of Nintendo Switch. Not so much with only the system, but the price of the games as well, with Mario Kart World being £80 or $80 over in those United States. And like the PlayStation consoles, we've waxed lyrical about how ridiculous the price of the PS5 Pro was. We would like to think that the PS6 is going to be slightly more reasonable than that, but who knows by the time that shakes out. But 3% of their revenues coming from physical game sales. For context, 29% of their revenue comes from DLC. So that will be their 30% cut that they take from all DLC sold through the PlayStation Store. So it will include all things from Epic as well. So all those Fortnite V-Bucks and virtual currencies and all that jazz. But Moody, yeah, physical games down to 3% on PlayStation side.
That's not a surprise at the end of the day. It's just of we've been I can't get the words properly right, but we've been lured into of the convenience of digital, basically, or even streaming, like when it comes to like Netflix and everything like that. Like physical is a thing that is dying, quote unquote, to a certain extent and everything. It's like this is kind of something that always happens in all mediums that really at the end of the day, like music was the biggest one was the first one really to fall into this type of thing of where physical, like they went from
iTunes came along,
yeah, but the thing is about, like, they started with a vinyl, and then they turned into cassette, then turned into a CD, and then turned digital and everything. But like, you would think that digital would completely, and I'm pretty sure there's no doubt about it, digital is probably the biggest thing when it comes to music, just like it is in games and for entertainment, for video, DVD and videos and everything, or films and TV shows and everything. But vinyls came back with a vengeance. And
it's a niche because it's a fashion item, right? At this point, and it's not too. And I'm not trying to, besmirch those who enjoy vinyl, and I'm sure there's a quality to hearing the crackly sound of that vinyl and kind of like that audio experience of sitting next to a roaring fire and just hearing those embers and it being a comfortable experience for you, other than just listening on Lost to Digital or anything like that. I'm not trying to denigrate your experience ever, but it's a fashion statement rather than it's a it's kind of quote unquote the best way to listen to it. And for some kind of like traditional artists and old school artists, I'm sure that is the case kind of thing. But it's more of a statement piece. And as I say, I see it as a fashion statement. Not to say that all people who enjoy vinyl are posers, but that's just my take.
At the end of the day, you still need the backing from the musicians to be able to do this. Yes, a lot of them may not have the power of like Taylor Swift or anything like that and whatnot, but they still have to be able to. They want it everywhere in any type of thing and everything. And this is where I kind of I'm starting to land on when it comes to the digital quote unquote feature when it comes to this physical and digital and everything like that. At the end of the day, digital is going to win out. It's always going to at this time. Yes. At the end of the day, it sucks and everything. The thing is that for me, and I'm not gonna count Microsoft into this to cancel themselves, because I think their consoles, I think it's going to be all digital, and I don't think they're going to offer a optional disk drive at all. I don't think that. Well, you happily be proven wrong, cancer, Microsoft. But I don't believe you. I think it will be all digital and everything because, like, when they re-released, or not re-released, the next upscale, not upscale, but their next version of the Series S and X, like the redesign and everything, it was all digital. They didn't even offer the physical version whatsoever. So that kind of tells me like their next console is going to be all digital. I think we're probably okay with the Japanese companies in Nintendo and PlayStation. Yes, I think it's them. They're given. I don't like being given the option of a disc drive on the side or something like that. I would prefer to be like what they did with the PS5, give me an option of a disc and a digital. It's not going to happen or anything, at least on the PS5, on the PS6 version or anything like that.
Yeah.
But at least they're still giving you the option. If you want to go get a disc drive, yes, I really don't like the price tag for it or anything like that, but I like having that option. Unlike what I believe Microsoft are going to do and just not going to give you that option and everything because they want to go all Game Pass. Game Pass. It's going to die, just so you know. But yeah, and that's why I think it's going to be because, like I say, Japan is massive in physical stuff. Like when it comes to like,
which seems contradictory for a country which is small in size, and all we hear about is how domiciles, apartments and whatnot in Japan are really, really tiny, and they've got to make hugely efficient use of these spaces and all the rest of it.
Yep.
Where's all this physical media going, Moody?
I've fucking no idea. All in Akihabara, apparently. But
Akihabara, exactly.
Akihabara, yeah, thank you. But no, yeah, it's the Sony and Nintendo are obviously very Japanese. They're Japanese studios. They will look after Japan. They're fine with that. They'll be like, "Don't worry, guys, we got you." Just like like the Nintendo Switch 2. It's like, "Don't worry, guys, we got you. We got you. We got you your own version," type of thing, which is cheaper, by the way, as well. So we got you, and it'll be fine over there. It'll be just the same, I think, for Sony over there as well, and whatnot. But no, it's I would be more angry or more concerned of the part of like if Sony say next one's digital only and that's it. Like we obviously going to find out
there is zero option.
Yeah, if there's zero options, like I'm happy to be given the option. I prefer to be given an option. That's what you want. You want options. Yes, the option is going to be you're going to get a £600 console. You're going to have to pay £100 for the optional drive, which is going to bring it up to £700, which I just will not buy. Let's just be frank here. Like, at the end of the day, the PS6 version's not going to be that big of a difference to the PS5.
You have to pay extra for the vertical stand as well if you wanted to stand up by itself.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I was okay for me when I got mine. But yeah, it's just the convenience of what digital is. And I won't lie, I fell into that trap when I went, and I've said before, when I went all digital years ago, before COVID and everything, I went digital just because of just like I was like, oh, I really want to play this game and everything like that, but I was just my thought process was literally, I'm too lazy to go out and get the physical version. I admit that was me. I was too lazy. I can't bother. And then it just appeared obviously on the store and everything. I was like, oh wait, how much is the difference is it? And there was not really that much of a difference at that time. So I was like, you know what? Fair, go on, and I was obviously be able to play the games and everything and whatnot, and that's just sadly what it is. It's just the convenience of it. But thankfully I'm regressing, I guess, or relearning. We're getting physical and everything, but I'm not to the level of what like Amy is. I'm looking for the games that not speak to me are important to me. Like I'm trying to rebuy all the Pokemon games. Yeah, like I'm trying to rebuy all the Pokemon games and everything, and buy all like the games that are really important to me. And I think that's basically what my journey is. Is I'm not going to buy the bloody Smarty game she bought 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, Smarties or Skittles, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not that much of a masochist and everything. But no, it's as long as they keep giving us the option, I'm ultimately gonna be okay with it at the end of the day.
I remember when we were so naive back in the day, Moody, when we was like, oh, when it goes digital, because it's less expensive for them to list the games in their digital storefronts, then you got to make a box, you got to ship it to a company, you got to let them take a cut of the revenue and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Games are going to be cheap on the digital stores. Do you remember those halcyon days when we was all dumbasses?
So
And then,
naive. We were so naive.
yeah, and then they turned out to be more expensive. It was like, huh? But it's so convenient. But yeah, it's the strange bit to me is that yeah, when it comes to PlayStation, because I don't have an Xbox or anything like that, it's I'm all about physical on there, and there'll be some games which only release digital, and that's fine, kind of thing. That's their prerogative. But when it comes to Steam, and I've only been using Steam since like the beginning of lockdown, and obviously that's an all digital platform. There's no disk drive on my PC, kind of thing. So it's weird that I'm completely okay with Steam games being completely digital, but with PlayStation, I guess it's because of the initial outlay of a Steam game doesn't typically. Or I'm not buying a full price game on Steam, kind of thing. There's all the Steam sales, and there's various different ways to get various discounts and whatnot. But with the PlayStation game, typically you're asked to pay £70 through the nose, unless you're voting around, and which is what I do, kind of thing. And you look at places like Amazon and other retailers, and the competitive market there brings prices down. But yeah, it's just weird how with PC I'm like, fine, all digital, because Steam doesn't seem to be delisting the games that I'm interested that I want to play on my PC, kind of thing. I don't think Baldur's Gate 3 isn't going anywhere from Steam, and it's in my library, it's on my machine. I don't think there's going to be any issues playing it in the long term.
Well, if it's that big of a deal, but you can get Baldur's 3 physical as well, so on PS5 and everything. But yeah,
no, absolutely. So. Yeah, so to your point, as long as we get the choice, I think that'll be good for me. Yes, we'll have to pay a premium for that choice, but I think for me, I think I'll be able to save money by buying games and trading them back in to pay off the cost of a digital drive much sooner than trying to just go all digital and hope that the price of games comes down, because they just won't. So yeah, that I can do the maths in my head to make that work. But yeah, I hope that we do indeed get the choice, kind of thing, and it continues to be that. And yeah, for all the collector's editions of games which come out, it's nothing that I jump for and all the rest of it. Put a disc in there for these people.
They're not good anymore. Code. This is the thing about it. Like PlayStation are the only ones off the top of my head that still do a really decent one, but I think even they're kind of falling into the trap a little bit as well, which is kind of very disconcerting, to the point of because I remember God of War Ragnarok, you could get Thor's hammer, and that's sexy. Like, it is a sexy, beautiful statue there and everything, and it's it's the worst thing is about it, I've spoken many times on the podcast, I've locked myself into a limit of how much I'm going to spend on any new game or anything like that. I will not go over £50 at all for anything. When it comes, if the game's going to go, if GTA 6, even though I don't think I'll have an interest in playing GTA, because if that comes out £100, I ain't touching it until that's on sale.
Absolutely.
And everything, and that'll be a long ass sale and everything. But I have no interest in that game. The game's not for me and everything. But when it comes to Steam and everything, Steam I mostly just use I have a couple of niche games that are quote unquote hobbies at that £50 mark. So new Football Manager is going to be coming out in November. I think that's £50. I'm probably going to be cracking into that one. But other than that, I don't really touch anything. It's mostly indie games or indie or AA games and everything. So what I use Steam for, and I'm hoping to invest into a laptop, because I don't feel comfortable playing it on here for some reason. I'm really weird right now. That's kind of prefer to just be downstairs and just and I think it's getting a high powered laptop and everything, but we'll see into that in the future when money comes around.
See what Steam's doing, right? Maybe the next Steam Deck they come out with will speak to you as well.
Oh, I'm not touching the Steam Deck. I ain't touching that. No way. No way.
Whatever works for you. Can I ask a question which I don't mean to be triggering, but I appreciate if it is triggering for you. So you have this £50 limit when it comes to games, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's your kind of line in the sand.
Yeah.
What happens with a lot of franchise called Pokemon?
I don't touch it. That's not going to be
Oh,
triggering
does
for
that
me.
apply to Pokemon as
Yeah,
well?
yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah, yeah.
right, there was an exception to the rule in
No,
terms
no,
of
no, 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 no. No, it's not going to happen. It's not. I don't
And then
appreciate
are you
them.
these that need to buy both versions? So say that when Gen 10 comes out, will you need to get the two versions which come out? So the Scarlet and the Violet, for example.
If I didn't have the what I've put in place for myself and everything, I guess I probably would have bought both versions and everything.
Right.
So which is like I'm probably looking at probably 120 quid minimum,
Right, okay.
probably.
But then you're still waiting until those reach like 50 quid each, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'll just wait. I'm happy just to wait.
enough.
It won't take long. This is the thing about it when it comes to like the Nintendo like Switch and everything. Like just going to like someone will get them and trade them in CEX, and eventually after about 6 months that'll probably be down to £50, which I'll be okay going
you
down
have
to
get
get.
this used because one of the things we know about Nintendo famously that their first party titles never come down in price.
Yeah.
But on the used market, that's where you're going to find those.
This is the thing about it. Nintendo, all the companies, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, have locked themselves into a thing where they are going, I think, long term will lose. People are already starting to question £70. They already are. And there was little mumblings around £60 and everything like that. But £70, I think, when it hit with the PS5 and Xbox Series consoles, everyone was like, "What the living shit are you doing?" Like, so you're already asking for 500 quid for this console during COVID. And you also want to raise your prices up for your games £10 more and everything.
But during COVID, we were all flush with money because we weren't going anywhere.
I can't remember being flush with fucking money. Fuck that shit. But yeah, it's for me, I truly believe there's going to be a reckoning on them where they are going to, like the best selling games that have come out this year, apart from the normal big ones like Call of Duty, even though that's not out yet and everything, the best selling games have been £50 quick games.
Cleric Sphere Expedition 33 Blueprints. Hollow Knight Silk Song is going to be, that release at £20 kind of thing. And there's definitely lessons to be told. And, to be fair, most of the video game critics who I've seen anyway, who like initially questioned Team Cherry releasing Hollow Knight for £20 was like, you know what, you're better people than I am, because I would have asked for at least 40 on that one. But no, it's good to see those people are kind of just seeing the value of making a game be accessibly priced for more people. I would say for all people, but for more people at £20 kind of thing. So so long as we still get the people using scale of, for sure, like some titles and some publishers, your Ubisofts and the like, they're always going to charge £70, and then there'll be like a gold edition of the games, which will be £80 at launch or whatever like this. But so long as we still get studios, whether they be in the AA space or otherwise, exploring that scale of releasing pounds at 50, at 40, and whatever it is, that is a much more palatable experience. And to your point, the sales are going to reflect in that, and the market will decide for sure. Gaming is an expensive hobby, it's an expensive pastime, and there's always going to be that segment that will buy things no matter what. But a lot of people now have to find a sustainable way to do that. Now, we know Microsoft doesn't understand what that word means, but the rest of us here in listener land, we need to find a way to be able to do that in terms of to be able to get the games that we want to play at the correct price point, so we can still have a roof over our heads, put food on the table, and do all the stuff that we need to as supposedly adults. But it's interesting to see what will happen. So hopefully there'll still be a percentage of people out there buying physical games, and that will still warrant a physical drive at some point. And when those prices come down to a point where it's palatable for us, I'm sure we'll be picking those up. But it'll be interesting to see whether I get a PS6 at launch. I probably won't. I'm probably saying I won't pick it up at launch unless it's coinciding with, for example, like a big birthday or whatever it is kind of thing, and it's more of a gift for me rather than me spending my hard-earned kind of thing. So we'll see. I think with the iterative nature of consoles these days, of we just had a PS5 Pro. Was that last year or this year?
It was last year.
Yeah, so we're probably only a couple of years away from PS6 anyway. And yeah, we'll see what happens with the market, whether the orange oaf upper in the White House is gonna screw things up even more by that point, because I don't think he's letting go of this iron grip he's got on that chair. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But for the moment, if you are with us, please keep buying those physical games, because they are the only way that we are able to sustainably play these games that we love oh so much at the moment.
At the end of the day, if you want games to last, buy physical. At the end of the day,
Yes.
that's what I'll say. Like, I think that's ultimately what comes down to, and everything like that. But also, just buy with you. Not buy with you. Buy the games that you want at the end of the day. But also, play. My brain is not working right now. I'm trying to say a thing, but we've said multiple things with the wallet and everything. But yeah, like
vote with your wallet.
That's it. Why the word vote would not work for my brain there, but yeah, vote with your wallet, because at the end of the day, sadly, what we see, there are games that are immune right now to this type of expenditure when it comes to the level of price tag. Call of Duties, the FIFAs, the sports games in general, it makes no fucking sense. They're the same game fucking every year, and you're allowing this to happen. And then you've got obviously Call of Duty and everything, which is going to be what 70 to 80 fucking quid or whatever. And then you got next year, which is going to be GTA 6, which is going to be £100. It's going to be £100, and it's going to sell incredibly well. It's going to be like the best selling game for the next 10 fucking years. And people are, my hope, this is what I think will happen. If it is 100 quid, studios are going to blindly think that's the new norm.
Yes.
And they are going to fucking fail so much. Microsoft have already been burnt by this by picking Outer Worlds 2. It made no sense for that game anyway. That should be basically a £50 game, Microsoft. I'm not going to lie for that. For it to stand any chance for, I think, being a good seller for you and everything. And then so they've already been burnt. And I think Nintendo kind of been quietly burnt about like how they're dealing with the keys and everything for that. But they obviously haven't changed course yet for that if they want to.
Everybody, people up in arms when Tears of the Kingdom was like $10 more than your average Switch game. But it's like, you know what? This is a prestige title. Everybody loved Breath of the Wild. This is the follow-up to it. And by hook or by crook, people got that. But it was only like a £10 increment over what the typical Nintendo price of game was back then, kind of thing. Going to 100 is going to be excessive, and no doubt in my mind, Ubisoft will be the first ones who decide £100 is the right price for me. The next Assassin's Creed, let's throw it in there.
I don't think they'll be it. I think it'll be 2K or EA.
Actually, that's a great point.
They're the ones that are stupid enough to do it. Because who owns Rockstar? Is it 2K or is it Take-Two?
Yes,
Take-Two. They'll see that. They'll be the ones who'll probably do it next, because they'll be already saying it's already been a success. Clearly, people are happy with £100 game and everything.
It's a 1-to-1, absolutely.
Next one, £100. Wait, what do you mean it didn't sell? Because it's not fucking GTA, you moron.
That's it. To echo Moody's point, although we hate capitalism, capitalism is the only thing that these people listen to. So please vote with your wallet, and let them know that the ridiculous prices that these games are coming out at is unpalatable for where we are right now. And yeah, if by having lesser game sales for these publishers, that will be the only way that they learn, right? Because if they quote unquote get away with having high prices because people just blindly buy it anyway, then we're just enabling them at the end of the day. So
yeah, at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen at the end of the day. So we'll see what happens. Now it is time to move on to OpenCritic Head-To-Head. Sorry, Amy didn't give us an indie game of the week, but Vitz offered you a great indie game, and Roger, so go and check that out. Now it's to OpenCritic Head-To-Head, and this is the game that we always play every week, where we pick a game and take a wild guess of what we think the review scores on OpenCritic are going to be. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're massively wrong. Sometimes Vitz forgets to put a score in, and we mess with him. But either way, we'll see what happens. And this week we're talking about 2 games, but really only one because the one hasn't got scores. But we'll go to the first one first, and that is Trails in the Sky Chapter 1, which
First
has
chapter, that's right.
a fucking insane score of 91. Fair play
Absolutely.
to the team who worked on this game. Shout out to all of them. Fantastic work. I stupidly said 80. Vitz stupidly said 85. No, 82.
No, I said 82.
And Amy
Ames.
still stupidly, but more closer than us, said 85. And Amy gets the point, raising her up to now 22 points. And so she gets the point, not a double point. She didn't get the correct score, but either way, we were both, you and me at least, Vitz, were massively out wrong here. Massively wrong. For it. And the other game would have been signed until F, but there's no apparently there are reviews starting to come out, but there's no score on there yet. So I'm guessing I think it's the Japanese companies who have got the game.
Yeah, I think Famitsu gave it a 36, which means all 4 of their reviewers gave it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, around a 9,
which is how that works.
Which sounds awesome, by the way. I won't lie. That's like,
100%.
I'm looking forward to this game, so and everything. But we'll just remind everyone for Silent Hill F right now. But I have said 88. Vitz's went 90, and Amy went an extraordinary 93. And I'm now very worried with my 88 if the reviews go the way of Trails in the Sky Chapter 1. But if it lands on 90, and if it lands on 91, Vitz gets a score, and I'm okay then. But either way, let's get to the current scores, and that is Amy at 22, the mighty Moody at 35. And Vitz at 12. And Jaws at 3. And everything. So, Vitz, are you going to get a score? Because your last game was Claire Expedition 33.
You know what? It's a great game. It's a Ben Starr game. We love Ben Starr.
I love Ben Starr, but dude, man, you haven't got a game right. When did that game come out? April? May?
Don't worry about it, dude.
Don't worry about it.
Don't you worry about it.
Okay. Well, it's not as bad as the one I got the last one on, Borderlands 4, where the Randy Pitchford has gone even more crazy. Who would have thought that could have been possible?
He thought, you know what, let's double down again.
Let's double down and be even more
children who are wrong.
Stupid. It's children who are wrong. What's on that hard drive again, Randy? But anyway, let's move on to the games we're going to be talking about this week, and that is Baby Steps. I have no goddamn interest in this game whatsoever, Vitz. It's a game.
It's gonna be a meme game.
It's a meme game and a half.
Yes. So for those who don't know, this is I want to say it's a AA darling in terms of you are a let's call it a bipedal creature, because I'm not sure you're entirely human, but in a similar way where it's all about locomotion, but the locomotion is difficult in the same way that like moving around in Octodad was, difficult on purpose. It's one of these games. I think it's going to be fun for streamers. Dear listener, if you pick up this game, I hope it's into your bag and all the rest of it. First to pick is the one and only Amy. So she's going to say this game's going to get the one and only score of 69.
69 indeed. There's no doubt about that. That's the score she likes.
I don't think that's too unreasonable of a score either for this game.
I won't lie, because my score is going to be a 72.
Nice.
I do not expect this to be any high scores for this thing or anything like that. There's going to be people who are going to be like, this is awesome, I'm really enjoying this type of thing, and give it like an 8 or 9 or 10 or even and everything, and I will question their sanity. But either way, that's what subjectivity is, apparently.
I'm going to go
a 7,
for a 75.
Wow, that's ballsy.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a 75, only because I think there's people who are going to score this game really highly only for the clickbait.
Oh yeah,
and I think that's and that's going to skew things. Yeah, they'll give like Ghostbusters Afterlife a 4 out of 10, but yeah, for sure thure they're going to give this a 10.
They've got 4, like what? How many outlets? They've got Europe. They got isn't they got a Brazil one, a Japan one, a Europe
Italy as
America
well,
one.
yeah.
So that's 4 outlets there alone where they can give them all 9 out of 10s. But anyway,
There you go.
next up is the game that doesn't come out until the beginning of October, but
October 2nd.
because of what I heard from SkillUp on his video, that he's got
25th is the embargo. Yeah.
he's got the code and he was able to say, apparently, obviously because he said it, the review embargo's next week.
Yes.
A week before the game comes out, that is Sony through and through.
Confident. Yes.
That's Sony through and through. When it comes to their exclusive first party games, they pretty much allow scores to come out a week before. If it isn't a week before and it's the first party, probably start questioning it. I won't lie.
Yeah, it's a Concord situation, my guy.
I won't lie for it, because there's no doubt. But first, Amy is the one who's going to pick this.
I don't think we've said
first.
which game this is, so let's say with the title. We are guessing the score for Ghost of Yotei.
Did I not say the game name? I
No.
apologize for that. Yes,
You're
Sucker
good.
Punches, Ghost of Yotei, the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, you're playing a woman. Get the fuck over it, you crying man babies.
She's all different kinds of badass, and I will follow to Lindsay.
I haven't finished Ghost of Tsushima yet. Like, I've hit a wall with it, but I am enjoying what I've played because of just how much I am influenced right now with Japan.
And you will be able to jump into this having not played the first game if you're one who hasn't got into this. This game is going to be set a number of 100 years after the antics of one Jin Sakai.
Oh wow, it's that long, a number of 100 years.
No, it's like 300 years afterwards.
Wow,
So,
that's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, you don't have to have played the first one. I think there'll be references and whatnot that you'll be able to pick up and all the
Be a
rest of it.
statue of them somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's the one and only Amy to pick first. Now, do we put this again as a 69? Or do we give her a 96 on this one? Or do we go 88 because it never fails?
I'm not giving her 88. Fuck that, mate. It's either, if it ain't a meme down score, it's a meme high score. Okay. We'll come back to her. Let's go me first. No, you know what, Vitz? I'm going to change it up. You are the biggest fan of the Ghost franchise. You love it. You love Ghost of Tsushima and everything like that. So I'm going to give you, even though it's not right on the docket, I'm going to bow to you, sir, and I'm going to let you go first.
I'm going to go with a score of 89, and that's 8-9. I think this game is going to review incredibly well. And although, we're living in an era where games are being, we're getting Silk Song with scores of 100 when it first landed. We are living in, crazy times. Getting like 9s out of 10 across the board is still a fantastic result. And I think 89 is a score where it's going to land.
I'm going 85, and for some reason there's no space there. But yes,
I can see your thinking in terms of it might be the same thing which happened to Ragnarok as well, in terms of people saying it's more God of War, and that's great, but it's not really bringing anything new to the table. I hope that's not the case, but I can see people saying of this, okay, yeah, it looks gorgeous, and it's more Ghost of Tsushima, but is it really moving the thing along? And hopefully the story they're putting down with Atsu taking on the Yotei 6 is really one that's going to capture people's hearts and minds. And, there's going to be streamlining the way that all the kind of the ADHD factors in there of golden birds and foxes and everything trying to capture your attention while you're trying to go for one mission. It's like, ooh, I got to follow this golden bird, and then I got to follow this fox, and there's a haiku to do in there. And what do you get? You get a headband. Are you gonna wear the headband? No, I'm not gonna wear the headband. But I still want to do the haiku anyway. There's an onsen over there. So absolutely.
There's no doubt. That, like what I played for Ghost of Tsushima so far, like the game is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous and breathtaking and everything. And I am interested to see what Ghost of Yotei is going to be like and everything. But I rarely go along with anyone who says it's like what you said, it's God of War, but It's more God of War. So again, when it comes to God of War and Ragnarok, there are two fucking different games. People, shut up.
Yes.
If you can't appreciate a story, then there's something wrong with you. If it's Far Cry or an Ubisoft game, I'm all there with you. Assassin's Creed, it's Assassin's Creed game, guys. You know what you get. It's a Far Cry game.
Oh,
It's a Far Cry game.
but it's blue this time because it's Avatar.
Blue. Yes, it's blue. That's why I didn't play the fucker. And also, it's an Ubisoft game. But anyway.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. Now where we're going. Now, Amy. Amy, do we mess with her? Or do we double mess with her? There's only two ways.
It's going into 96 and we'll see what
I think it's 96. I agree with you, sir. I agree with you. But like I said for the last few episodes that she hasn't been on, Amy, you have until the reviews come out to change these scores. I will be checking these scores every single day until the reviews come out. And if they haven't changed when the reviews, I'm sticking to those reviews for you. I will cry if she gets both of them. I won't lie. If like Ghost of Yotai like in the high 90s, I'm gonna be like, we played ourselves, Vitz. Oh no,
It's gonna happen, isn't it?
the worst thing is that I think there's a chance she gets baby steps because I think that's going to fluctuate all over that game. I think it's going to, like you said, people are going to be memeing it in a funny way, but there's also going to be playing this game's not fun or good or something like that. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Ghost Yotai, Sony clearly showing they're confident with it, which is understandable. They normally are when it comes to their exclusives, or first party exclusives, but we will see. And baby steps. So let's go. Are you interested? Are you not? Pardon me there, excuse me. Let us know if you are.
Baby steps or baby burps? Let's see.
Baby,
Let us know in the
baby,
comments below.
baby something. No doubt about that. Baby. Let's just do it. Go on.
Absolutely. I was going to say, and that's going to do it for another episode of the Words About Games podcast, brought to you this week by the one and only Daphne Moody and myself, Vitz Patel. And there's one last thing to do here on the podcast, as we end every episode of the Words About Games podcast. Moody, it's your time to shine.
Hello, everybody. Be proud, you made it. Another day is behind you, another week has passed, but do you want to know what else you have? There's a future that is all yours, unless the orange man goes crazy. Let it fly, your heated fury, because it's time to party. That is true. We'll all welcome you from far and wide, and we'll help each other all of the way. Go live your best life. It all starts from level 1. Now go, high five that sky. Live long and prosper. Roll into them titties. The journey is yours, and it starts now. Go, people. Go.
Peace.
Why am I doing that? That.
Hit the thing.
Hit the thing. Do the thing.